What's up, guys? Are you ready for some darker advice? In this video, I'm going to be talking about single parents and why I would never date a single mother. Now, I'm not going to be bashing on all single mothers. There are some who've lost their husbands through death, or they escaped an abusive relationship and they just want a fresh start in life. And my heart goes out to them. But unfortunately, I won't date a single mother under any circumstances whatsoever. And I think women should do the same thing with single fathers. Now, I used to think that I used to think I was a crabby person. Because back in when I was in college, I would have a lot of pretty girls hit on me or whatever. I'm like, oh wow, I hit the jackpot with them. And then later on they'll tell me, oh, I got a little son, right? And then I immediately start saying, oh yeah, and I wouldn't say anything but yeah. And I would hurry up and get off the phone with them, and I would never call them back because the thought of that just horrified me. It was It was a scary ass thought. I thought maybe it was just something so taboo about it. But it wasn't until last year that I realized that hey, it's not by coincidence that I'm 26 years old. I'm 27 now. It's not by coincidence that I'm 26 years old and I have no fucking kids. Now here I am, 27 years old. And there was a period of my life, where I was going through a bullshit Christian cult where I avoided sex for 5 years straight. There are plenty of times where I turned away a lot of women and said, hey, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. And then the times that I did have sex, I definitely strapped up. And I took precautions. I have never had unprotected sex with a random person. That shit was stupid. I've only had unprotected sex with one person in my life, and that's my current girlfriend, who is on birth control. And that's very, very rare. But here I am taking all these precautions. Here she is taking all these precautions. And I realized that, hey, no, this is before I met her. I realized that, hey, I have been careful all of this time. And here you are, just letting some dude just dirty dick dive you, no condom, whatever, just raw nutting up, and you oh, and you just let it happen. You just oh, I guess I'm pregnant. Or you just had or you just had all this passionate sex and stuff like that, and day in and day out, having just had a damn good time with it. Had a damn blast making this baby. I didn't even get the pleasure of doing that. And I've been avoiding doing that because I didn't want the responsibility of a child. I come from a low income city, Now, when people my age dying left and right and shit like that, I decided, until I'm in a better city and until I have a better life and I'm under great conditions or whatnot, I'm not gonna have any children. And here I am taking up this kind of this kind of like commitment and shit, why to avoid that responsibility, why in the fuck would I like look at this bitch and tell her like, oh hi, how are you? Oh, you have a kid. Oh, well, I like you, but like you got that kid, so I guess I gotta take on this kid too. Fuck no. You keep Gavin, you keep Jacob, and take him and get the hell away from me. Seriously. The hell is wrong with you people? I gotta charge this computer. Fuck. This is gonna be funny. Huh, man. And what made me, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I went through, like, a stupid period of my life, like, around, like, 25, 26, where I decided, you know what, I'll give these single women a chance or whatever. But then, I don't know, it never really worked out. But, like, one chick, right, I remember she told me she had two different kids by two different baby daddies, both of which of these guys were in jail. And here I am, a dumbass, like, oh, okay, I can work around that. And one morning she told me, oh, you know, you're too much of a good dude. I want a thug. You too good for me. And you know what I told her? I told her, you know what, you dumb bitch? I am too good for you. Seriously. You disgust me. You deserve everything that you have coming to you. You made your bed, now sleep. And women. High standard women. I mean, like, if a dude has, like, I've seen lots of women make this mistake, too. Women are a lot more forgiving than men. They are a lot more accepting. They are a lot more kind. If a dude has 6 different kids by 6 different women, why in the hell would you want to get with him if you have no kids, you have everything going for yourself in life? You gonna let this dude dirty dick dive you because on the off chance that you might be lucky number 7? Come on, women, you're better than that. People, you just gotta start knowing your worth, man. This is why I would never, under any circumstances, date a single parent. I mean, and don't let people get you down for it either, because it's just because, like, when it all comes down to it, it's their fault. And you know what I think, like, single parents should do? You know, like, I think it's time for them to step up. Like, if you lose your first single parent or whatever, you know what you need to find? Don't try to find a person who's done everything right in life, especially you guys. I think you need to find another fucking single parent. Because both of you have in fact fucked your lives up. Both of you have in fact had unprotected sex or whatever with a person that you don't really care too much about. I don't know, some of you guys, like, were in an abusive relationship and you just want out, and some of you guys had a spouse that unfortunately died, but the point still remains. You need to go find somebody else who also has children, and you can beat a fucking Brady Bunch or something. You know, the Brady Bunch. It can be like that, you know, like, bring those kids together, but don't, like, if a person, like, has no kids, man, just let that person go. Leave me the hell alone. Leave that person the hell alone. Like, if I have, like, children with my girlfriend or whatnot, and, like, we break up or whatever, I'm not gonna, like, find a fresh new girl out of college and try to, like, fuck up her life. Be like, hey, these are my kids too. Because you know who they're gonna look like? They're gonna look like, my kids are gonna look like me and my now ex-girlfriend at the time. Well, she's my current girlfriend, but, like, they're gonna look like her if we were to have kids. And if I like go up to this kid, like, and like it's gonna look like some other dude and shit. Now I'm all for adoption or whatnot, but now like I'm not against adoption. I actually prefer adoption over like actually making some fucking kids. But if I'm gonna take on the responsibility of adoption, I'm not gonna adopt some single woman's kids, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with a woman who has no fucking kids, man. Seriously. Take care of your own fucking responsibility. I don't want your kids. I've been avoiding it all my life because I don't want them. So why the hell would I take on yours? This is darker advice.